Hi, John Alex here with the fourth match in our league with Grinding Station. 3-0 so far, have not lost a game yet. This time we actually get to play first. I'm honestly not even sure if I want to do that. Nice opponent for a minute. So Grinding Station, as originally conceived and also as it is played here, is a deck that usually wants the opponent to go first because it's more of a critical mass deck and more storm decks. So by letting your opponent play first, you do make them mulligan into Oblivion, thinking they're up against Mana to stretch, and that alone is a really, really good thing. And you also just get more cards. So because we are playing the 2011 style Grinding Station, we are just for the camera, let the opponent go first and see what's gonna happen. I used to do that all the time, not knowing what my opponent was on in the past. This might easily backfire, but I'm actually not sure I would do this if I weren't recording. But okay, our opponent keeping 7. Our hand is also decent. We most definitely might get punished here. If our opponent, for example, has probe therapy, that would be a very easy way to lose. As I said, I would not have done it if I wasn't recording, but I just want to show off as many of the modes that this deck has as possible. Flooded Strand, okay, so we're up against Grixis Diver, I would presume. Or the Storm Mirror, but that's unlikely with the Flooded Strand. Okay, Grixis, that is. Drawing Dark Ritual. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, fetch Basic Island, and pass the turn. I actually think it's decent to let the Delver player play first. As I said before, it's a critical mass deck, and yes, you do open yourself up to some blowouts with Delver transforming. You do open yourself up to some blowouts with the with like you have all fetch lands and your opponent has all stifles, but even that is extremely risky for your opponent. What's actually more dangerous, I think, is the Getex and Probe therapy draw that they might have. That didn't used to be a thing when I first played Grinding Station in 2011 and 2012. Delver deck back then meant Cadian Threshold, where they really don't have any benefit from playing first, I think. Yes, they do get the free turn 1 Delver or turn 1 Stifle, but the turn 1 Stifle most of the time does not even matter, because if they keep up Stifle mana, that's beneficial for you. Here things are slightly different, because now they have Deathrite Shaman, which does make a difference. But okay, fetching. Interesting. Playing Deathrite, playing discard. This. Okay, that's annoying. Taking both Cabal Rituals. They might also just take the petals. Okay, Cabal Ritual, that is. It's unfortunate that they have Cabal Therapy main deck, which most Grixis lists don't have at this point. Yeah, risky move, not working out for us, it seems. Parson Flames, that's a good one. Still think I want to cast this for life. Okay, yeah, definitely not working out for us. Days, 2 4s, Probe. However, this would have been pretty good for us had the Cabal Therapy been a Stifle. Okay, there's the Cabal Rich. Yeah, the opponent's Cabal Therapy. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to play the land here. Only opens ourselves up to Wasteland. Opponent shuffling away the bolt is interesting. I don't really see them playing anything here. Let's say Maya, that's decent. We do not have infinite time. We are on a 4-turn clock, 3 turns after this, and we do have a fetch land. Our opponent might potentially have another creature or lightning bolt. More mana. That's not super amazing. Interestingly, the letting our opponent play first was not the issue here. So they know this Cabal Ritual. Okay, another land. Annoying for sure. LED, that also does not really do anything. It is, however, valuable blue mana. I'm gonna play it. If they counter it, okay. If they have bolt here, we're dead. But there's not really anything we can do, because we can go for the Past in Flames with just Flashback Atexian Probe, and then we're dead next turn, or this turn rather, anyway. Down to 2. And do they have the bolt? If they're not. Okay, probe. We knew about that. Somewhat unfortunate turn of events here, not drawing anything really after the probe. Basically mana and Past in Flames, and is this a lightning bolt? Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, not really anything we could have done. I think the hand was still a keep, with the potential to make our opponent think we're on manaless stretch. Maybe it would have been better to just snap that off. We took more than a minute to do it, because, okay, our opponent likely would have lost, actually. Had we drawn that tendrils, but what can you do? Gonna go with the same sideboard plan as last match. Bring in 3 removal spells for 1 Ad Nauseam, for 1 Preordain, and 1 Rite of Flame. This time I'm gonna play first. Yeah, sometimes these games do happen with Storm. Even with the super heavy business lists like this one, with the 14 cantrips and then 7 other business spells in the form of double tendrils, Past in Flames, 3 Burning Wish, and Ad Nauseam. Although, to be fair, Ad Nauseam was not really a card in this game. Habit. Yeah, we're gonna see how things work out. Yeah, I think there's a chance our opponent would have mulliganed the hand had we let them play first. And some decisions really are much better when you do them fast. One of the dangers of recording. Our opponent taking quite a while to sideboard, although it might also be just Magic Online being slow. We could have cast the probe for mana. That way nothing would have changed. Well, nothing would have changed unless we cracked the fetch land. We had the Bloodstained Maya, which we likely would have. Yeah, unfortunate turn of events, but that's Magic. We were quite lucky in the first 3 matches, actually. Okay, so this is definitely keep. Unfortunately, we do not have empty in our deck. We also don't have Infernal Tutor in our deck. So this is actually a little worse than I initially thought when I looked at this hand, because I'm used to playing with Infernals again. However, we still have the Probe Therapy. Okay, so this is somewhat interesting. They have Delta, Waste, Deathrite, Delver, Therapy, and Ponder. So no counter magic, that is good. Discard slightly annoying, Deathrite also slightly annoying. Sudden Shock, however, pretty good here. Gonna go fetch Island and cast Ponder. Yeah, Lotus Petal likely the bad card here. Would not actually mind drawing it, to be honest, though. I'm gonna shuffle. So yeah, it depends on what our opponent does here. They drew Probe. That's a pretty good top deck with the Cabal Therapy in hand. Basically their best draw, because Probe can also draw into anything. They also know about the Sudden Shock now, which is annoying. This likely means we're gonna get hit with Therapy. Or not. Okay. It took so long for the Therapy, I thought it was Deathrite, because when you cast Deathrite, you tap your mana first before casting it. You actually have to click the mana again to pay for it, which is a little weird. Hybrid mana in general works. Okay, naming the LED. Little do they know LED is pretty much the worst card we had. Yeah, as I said before, I think I like drawing the petal. Because Lotus Petal means we can fetch basic Swamp and still have red mana. Ponder? Brainstorm, another really good draw. Sorry for the noise outside. I left my window open because I thought it would be cool to feature the chirping birds. Yeah, this Brainstorm is definitely a good draw. Unless they're okay, they are not locked. What do they have? Another discard spell, just Delver. I would play Delver here if I were them, rather than Deathrite. Okay, another Cabal Therapy, obviously. That's a pretty good one. And yeah, this is definitely how the matchup can go sometimes. Sometimes it looks like you can't do anything, but sometimes it also looks like their deck is just full of garbage cards, which basically it's a 50-50 between that. Sometimes they have draws like this, where they have perfect top decks and good brainstorms and stuff. But also sometimes they have draws where they draw a billion creatures and then a bunch of situational cards that don't apply to the situation you're in. Like for example, the second game in the match against Grixis yesterday. Let's go Preordain here. I'm not actually sure I want either of these cards. Definitely don't want the second Petal. And I don't think I want the Duress. I'd much rather draw actual business. Maybe should have played the Petal there. Okay, Delver. Fine with that. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And yeah, this is the type of game in the matchup that you lose. Although they might also just not have any discard in hand, but us not having any rituals is extremely annoying. So now the Fred Shaman, yeah, okay. I don't mind. They don't flashback, which might mean they have another Deathrite Shaman in hand. So I do want to draw the Brainstorm, and I also want to draw the Bloodsaint Maya, so the Dark Ritual also isn't bad. So let's just go with this. They might have Stifle, which is annoying. I don't think I want to Sudden Shock the Deathrite Shaman here, but I'm gonna play the Lotus Petal anyway. Definitely not the type of matchup where you want to 2-for-1 yourself with a card that's barely relevant. Notably, we do not have Infernal Tutor in our deck, so Past in Flames changes are completely different than what there would be with Infernal in the deck, because now with this type of set of Past in Flames, it's usually you have Past in Flames and Tendrils or Past in Flames and Cantrips, and both of these combinations don't really care about Deathrite Shaman all that much. You have Critical Mass of Rituals in your graveyard anyway. We have Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual right now, and another Cabal Ritual in hand, and a Dark Ritual on the top of a library. Actually, should have played the Delta last turn, not the Delta, the Maya, but didn't quite have the presence of mind to do that. Another Probe, annoying, extremely annoying. If they flashback Cabal Therapy here, I'm completely fine with them taking the Sudden Shock, because as I said, the Deathrite isn't nearly as dangerous here as it is against the Infernal Tutor lists. Also our opponent down to 14 life. Okay, what is this gonna mean? Pyromancer, probably, potentially. Okay, go another Deathrite. Now Cabal Therapy, I guess. Surgical on Cabal Ritual. Wow, that is really bad for us. Not gonna lie. Both because we lose the Cabal Ritual in the hand and in the graveyard, and also because we have to shuffle away the the Brainstorm on top of our library, which we would have liked to draw. We could draw a Pyroclasm here, that would be decent. But at this point, okay, Delver, our opponent just completely ignoring the Pyroclasm in the deck. Okay, Brainstorm, that was a good draw. That is not a Pyroclasm. In fact, that's a really, really bad Brainstorm at this point. So what do we even not want here? I don't think we want any of these cards. We don't want the Cabal Therapy. Let's just shuffle away one of the lands. Keeping the Mayas because our opponent knows about them. Casting Duress because why not? Okay, another creature. Extremely annoying. Yeah, I think we're losing this one. That was a really good draw from our opponent overall. Ponder, great reveal. If I were my opponent, I would actually not do anything here. I think double Deathrite with Delver attacking is pretty good. Yeah. We're actually dead. Are we dead next turn? No, we go to 1. Let's go for Badlands. Great, another land. We could either Sunshock the Insectile Aberration or one of the Death Rides. I think Death Ride, because we might want to go off with Past in Flames given how few cards we have. But we definitely... That Surgical killed us, I think. But that Surgical was extremely unfortunate. We have actual nothing now. Our opponent has a lot. We're dead next turn. And not shuffling, interesting. And I don't think... So does this Past in Flames do anything? As a matter of fact, it does not. Let's play and activate the Bloodstained Mire. We basically need to Past in Flames cantrip into Lion's Diamond, but our opponent did not shuffle their library, so it's extremely unlikely that's gonna happen. I mean, Past in Flames was pretty much the best draw we could have. But not if our opponent now has Force of Will. Yep. And with that, thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow with the final round in a league run with Grinding Station. Take care.